Good morning. You're coming in with Terry DWAYNE ASHFORD StreetNOW News. Monday morning, March 29th, 2021. I want to thank you so much for coming in with us at 6:40 a.m., getting our 6:30 a.m. broadcast rocking and rolling for you. You're listening right now to NewsRadio by SnNews with StreetNOW News JIC Journalist-in-Chief Broadcaster Terry DWAYNE Ashford, who is also your in the car seat, that guy. Our morning started already for you at Georgia Avenue near Sheridan Street. Then we moved up to Georgia Avenue to Hamilton Street and rolled on through Georgia Avenue, Missouri Avenue. And now we are stationary at Georgia Avenue and Calamia Street, Northwest Washington, D.C., the 900 block right at Eastern Avenue, bringing you this broadcast this Monday morning by Terry DWAYNE Ashford. The voice you're hearing is that of your journalist-in-chief broadcaster, Terry DWAYNE Ashford Indacarseat, that guy. We do want you to click the link within the narrative. Click the links within the narrative, and there you would have the stand-up, video stand-up already there for you, showing you the face of the real JIC, of the real journalist-in-chief broadcaster, of the real Terry DWAYNE Ashford. There you have it. Also on the cover of this photograph is a live current photograph, uneditable photograph of Terry DWAYNE Ashford, so that no one gets it. It's so important you don't get things confused, because as we showed you yesterday, we have a lot of similarities going on. We don't know where the source of the similarities are coming from when some of those people who are presenting the strange similarities have no experience in providing you with the type of information that you're getting. So we're coming in this morning and we're making sure that you understand who's who, who's doing what, and who has what, so that we can stop the thieving and the theft, deceitful, revengeful, low down, and if I have to say it for myself, low class thieving. It's low class thieving. You get mad at somebody, you go and you steal from behind the scenes and you give it to somebody else. And we're presenting that to you this morning. Here with StreetNOW News, we're getting your little low-class thieving in check. Again, we cite for you some similarities, and those similarities and how those similarities are coming about when you have no experience or no background in that particular industry, other than receiving some stolen goods from somebody who's coming after you. And we don't like that. So we're making sure that we know what's going on here. We're looking at AshTV by Serena Williams. We love AshTV. We're still wondering, though. Yeah, we sure are. We're still wondering. We know exactly how it works. We're looking at also how the Washington, D.C. has targeted another Ashford stealing that we allege. And we believe that we have the source of stolen properties, and we also have the source of receiving the stolen properties. We believe also that we know why one is receiving the stolen properties, and we also believe we know who is getting rewards for what and who doing and carrying out the crime. For StreetNOW News, I'm Terry DWAYNE Ashford, and we're going to put a halt to your little low-class thieving. We're going to put a halt to it in your face. If I haven't given you my properties, then you don't take my properties and you don't give them to somebody else and then flash it in my face with part of my name on it. You don't do that. So we're looking at AshTV. We're looking at AshTV. We're looking at the expertise, marrying, partnering, sexing into the expertise to steal and to take and to maneuver and to elevate stolen properties. That is exactly what we're looking at. And we've also identified for you the probability, the extremely high probability of the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police stealing from Terry DWAYNE Ashford, stealing broadcast journalism materials, information from Terry DWAYNE Ashford. We cited that just the other day of overlapping coverages of broadcast that was taken off of the phone for Terry DWAYNE Ashford. Well, all you got to do is give that to somebody else that you like, or somebody that you have rendered to help you hurt people. And that is why we're looking at AshTV. You're going to get your shit order. You're going to get it in order before you even think twice. You're going to wish you've done it already. For StreetNOW News, we're showing you this morning how information is stolen, how information is then granted and promised for other activities, services that may even involve continuing to hold down or hurt other individuals that you've targeted. And we're also looking at who receives the stolen goods and how that stolen good is then taken and maneuvered into something else. All you got to do is marry into someone who has the expertise, steal it, marry into somebody who has the expertise, and develop it in a different way. Well, we're going to stop your little shit for you. You're stealing from an Ashford, dude. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police. You're stealing from a goddamn Ashford. Now fix your shit. We're going to fix it for you. Not only did you think you were stealing from an Ashford, you're also stealing from journalism. And that goes to show you, the public, why the police shall not have understanding and knowledge from other industries. This is how things get all twisted up here. Now, with knowledge and skill sets from journalism, Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police can go behind the scenes and edit video that they have access to. Even edit video that is in the hands of store merchants in the area. All they got to do is go in and say, we want this particular video. We're going to fix your shit for you. We're going to fix your shit. Why? Because you fuck with Terry DWAYNE Ashford. You're going to fix it on your own, or we're going to fix it for you. Now, we're looking at AshTV. How in the hell now is someone named Serena Williams now hiring and having reporters running behind Terry DWAYNE Ashford to steal? Where is he getting that information? Fix your goddamn shit. I said fix your shit. You can fix it now. We're going to fix it for you. We're going to down it. Then we want to look at that activity. We want to make sure that there's everything that's going on in that particular activity of developing AshTV. We want to make sure that AshTV by Serena Williams and the Serena Williams camp is not stealing from Terry DWAYNE Ashford or the Ashford family to the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police. And that is what we're gonna do. We're going to make sure that AshTV is getting this information from proper sources. And we're going to make sure that AshTV is not following and stalking. We're going to make sure that AshTV does not have the backings and support of corrupted cops at Washington, D.C. for the unit. That is what we're going to do. That is what we are going to do. Washington, D.C. have this practice going on behind the scene that obviously think that they're indivisible in carrying out corrupted crimes using badges. But we're going to make sure that your badge, your authority, and your accountability for that badge from all over the world is in order. We're looking at you, Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police, and we're making sure that the information you're stealing through surveillance here through Terry DWAYNE Ashford, that means you're stealing from journalism to the entire industry of journalism. Let me tell you something, if you are and you're passing that along, we're going to handle you from around the world. From StreetNOW News, International Journalism Speaks, I'm Terry DWAYNE Ashford. We have also mentioned to you that one of the attacks on Terry DWAYNE Ashford, Wilma Greenwood Ashford, was wanting Terry DWAYNE Ashford as part of the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Force and to carry out, or I'm not going to say to carry out, I'm not sure exactly what those tasks would have been, but we believe that one of the attractions to Terry DWAYNE Ashford was his journalism skills. Journalism skills, along with the fact that he's a black male, that stereotypical profiling view would have placed Terry DWAYNE Ashford right in line with a criminal, since blacks are supposed to be criminals. If that's the case, if that's what your stereotypical view is, if a black man's stereotypically supposed to be a criminal, and you have a black man whose name is Terry DWAYNE Ashford, whose mother is Wilma Greenwood Ashford, who somebody doesn't like, then Terry DWAYNE Ashford could be converted into a criminal. All you have to do is give him the skill sets of journalism, and we steal him. You ain't doing none of that. When that was denied, then that made Terry DWAYNE Ashford more of a target, which is why they came after Terry DWAYNE Ashford, we believe, and they failed. Now they're still in, I believe, that they're trying to take that particular information out and take it to one who will use it for the criminal activity. And that's how it got over to some AshTV. And there's no training or educational value whatsoever. That means you would have taken the knowledge of Terry DWAYNE Ashford learned through 4 or 5 years of education and given it to somebody in Washington, D.C. I know you can't think that's right. And if you do think it's right, then we think it's wrong. And the world is going to think it's wrong. Terry DWAYNE Ashford thinks it's wrong. And if you have jailed the Ashfords while you was trying to carry out some stealing like that, you have used some cops that's going down under to jail. We're already looking at AshTV. We're looking at others too, Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police, and we're going to use that as evidence against your collaboration that may have attacked an entire family. That is what we're looking at. Washington, D.C. Obstruction of justice when proven. For StreetNOW News, I'm Terry DWAYNE Ashford.